Good afternoon. It is 10 after 2 in the afternoon on Sunday, and I have to go pick up Monkey from his dad's in about an hour and a bit. And I just got back from my boyfriend's, so I thought I would come down and vlog for a little bit. I haven't vlogged in a couple of days, and I haven't been vlogging consistently in about a week or so. So I have to try and get back on track here. But quite honestly, I haven't had much to talk about. Been trying to sort out a couple of things in my head, which is probably the biggest reason why I should be vlogging, because that is the point of my vlogs, is to work out my shit. So, with that being said, yeah, I don't know. A couple of things rolling around in my brain. One has absolutely, realistically, nothing to do with me. And everything to do with, well, I guess it's my own concerns concerning my boyfriend and what he's trying to do. Which, I mean, I'm proud of him. He's trying to start his own little side business, repairing cars and trucks and stuff. And, good for him. I'm proud of him. If that's what he wants to do, I think that's awesome. I think his end goal with that is to pretty much work for himself. Which I get. Well, I don't get, because I would never want to work for myself. I'm quite happy being a worker bee. But he finds it very frustrating working for other people and making them more money and him not so much, right? He feels he doesn't get paid adequately for what he does, which I think most of us do. And so that part I understand. The difference between him and I is I accepted a very long time ago that that's just kind of the nature of the beast. And he doesn't feel that way. So, he's very frustrated with that, and he's trying to start this business over Facebook, right? Like, to get in touch with the peoples and get the word out and that kind of thing, right? Which, I mean, you only find that kind of thing on the Facebook if that's what you're looking for, right? I don't know how many people are looking for, cheap mechanics on Facebook, right? And his page keeps getting shut down and whatever. And I don't know, I guess Facebook doesn't like that kind of thing unless you're sponsored, because Facebook needs to make their money too, let's be honest. So if there's nothing in it for Facebook, I guess they don't let that kind of thing get up, but whatever. I know absolutely nothing about marketing and stuff, so I have nothing constructive to say to him about it. I just kind of go, okay, babe, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. The other issue that he has is that he doesn't have a garage, right? So it's literally him, going to people, going to their house or whatever, and working on their vehicle in their driveway or whatever, right? Which can seem sketchy, and I get, and as a consumer, I mean, I would kind of feel that way too, right? The difference is that I know him and I know he's not sketchy, so my opinion is extremely biased, right? So, I mean, he's frustrated, which frustrates me. And because I'm kind of a fixer and there's nothing I can do, it fucks with me a little bit. The only thing I've sort of said to him is, like, I honestly can't help right now. Like, I have my own issues and my own financial issues, my own personal problems. Like, I've only been back to work for what, like 5 months or something like that. Like, so financially, I can't help him, and I don't know that I would even if I could, because it's not my problem. Like, there's no upside for me other than that he gets to do what he wants to do. Like, yeah, I don't know how to word that without sounding selfish or bitchy or whatever the fuck, but I mean, that's just the fact, right? I'm not handing over, money to rent a fucking place or build a place or whatever the fuck when there's nothing in it for me. It doesn't affect me one way or the other than that I'm out this fucking money. And I've lent him enough money over the years. So, I mean, I love him dearly, but he owes me money. So yeah, I'm just not willing to lend anymore. Pay back what you owe and we'll talk. But I mean, if he could afford to pay me back, then this other thing wouldn't be an issue. So there's that. But I'd sort of said, I don't know, maybe a month or so back, I can't do anything with my own shit. Like, I want to downsize my existence. You know what I mean? Like, I would like a smaller house, not in this fucking town. But the way that the market is right now, there's just 0 point. I could sell my house and easily get double what I paid for it. But if I buy another house, my mortgage is going to be double what I'm paying now. So, and the property tax too, right? Like, I'm not going to find anything with a mortgage better than what I'm paying now. It's just not going to happen. And the price of everything is going up right now. The price of groceries is starting to skyrocket. Gas is going, like, gas was like $1.50 the other day a liter. Like, fuck off. So, but I'd sort of said, like, in 6 years, ideally, I would like to sell my house and downsize. Monkey will be done high school and hopefully able to get out on his own. Hopefully Boo Boo will be fucking long since out on his own. But again, the price of everything is so fucking stupid right now. Like, rent is a good, $12,000 a month right now in a lot of places. Like, and you're not getting anything for that $12,000, like, or $12,000, $1,200, whatever. Like, I mean, so to send, like, Boo Boo out right now would be setting him up to fail, because there's no way on a minimum wage he can afford rent and feed himself and be able to get to work. Like, those are kind of your 3 big things, right? You need to be able to get to your job. You need to be able to pay for the roof over your head. You need to be able to fucking eat. Everything else you can kind of finagle and play with, but, Jesus Christ. So, I'm kind of trying to do the best I can to help my kids, especially Boo Boo right now, right? He's 20, Monkey's 12. Like, Monkey ain't going anywhere for a while. But I would like, and I'm sure Boo Boo would like, to get out and start his life and do his thing and, be an independent man, like, you know. So, but I'd said, you know, like ideally in 6 years' time, you know, the only thing I could think of to help my boyfriend out would be to both of us sell our places, combine our money, and get a nice, you know, a modest home somewhere between his place, his town, and my town. And, you know, try for something that already has some sort of garage or shop already on it. Or with the money saved in not buying something stupid home-wise, take what's left over, if that's the case, and save up to have something built, right? The issue with that is, and I think it's an issue for both of us, is neither of us really want to live with anybody. Like, we're both quite happy, I feel, with the arrangement of see you on the weekend. Like, love you, want to spend time with you, but don't particularly want to live with you. Like, you know. So, realistically, there ain't a goddamn thing I can do to help him out. He's on his own. So that's been kind of mulling around in my brain for about a month or so. It's kind of irritating. We'll call it irritating. The other thing that's been kind of mulling around in my brain for just the last couple, well, pretty much since I started the job, but more so the last few weeks, is work, my job. I've said on here multiple times, I'm a cleaner. I'm a residential cleaner. Have been for roughly 5 months. Not at all my dream job. The pay is garbage. There's no benefits. Yeah, I hate the work. I hate cleaning. Yeah. I hate cleaning other people's places. I don't mind cleaning my place. I live there, so, you know, pride in your home and all that kind of shit. But, yeah, people just drive me fucking crazy. The entitlement that a lot of people feel that they have. And, you know, it drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely crazy. I don't know what to make of my boss. As a human being, she's a decent person, and I, you know, respect her and whatever. But as a boss, I don't know what to make of her. Communication is a problem. We never know well, at least I never know what the fuck's going on. We have a new hire, and I don't understand what her role is. I'd be surprised if she understood what her role is. She was hired on like a week or so ago, and she's worked maybe 4 days since she was hired. Maybe 5. No more than that. Can't be any more. I'd be surprised if it was more than 5 days. The last time she was supposed to work, my other coworker was taking a Friday off, last Friday off, for the family and stuff, which is great. I've said before, I have no issue with anybody taking a day or whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. Do you? I have no issue with that at all. Family first, always. But the new hire was supposed to come with us, and she called in sick the morning of. Now, she had quite the panic attack, anxiety attack, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She'd had an issue, okay? One morning when my coworker and I picked her up, I mean, she was bawling, she was shaking. It was intense. So we spoke to her and, you know, told her everything's cool, everything's fine, don't worry about it. Like, it's not that deep. You're learning, it's not that deep. I'm still learning. It's not that deep. You know, I told her, you know, I am where you are. Like, it's fine. Like, I've had panic attacks in front of my coworkers. And I've had to say, you know what, guys, I need a minute. Just give me a minute before we continue to another house. Like, you know, it is very stressful. It is very fast paced. It is very, very stressful. And when you're learning something, especially something that, I mean, who hasn't cleaned before? Do you know what I mean? Okay. But there's a difference between cleaning your own place and cleaning somebody else's in a professional manner. Ooh, big, icky spider. Oh, I'm glad he's outside. Get off my windshield. Ugly motherfucker. Oh, goosebumps. Fuck. I hate those things. You know, so when you're learning something like that, and they say, you know, speed isn't everything, you know, they want it done right. Well, it's true and it's not. You still have to get it done in a timely manner. You can't take an hour to do what the fuck you're doing. Like, people are paying a certain amount, so, you know, say you're paying $80 to have your house cleaned. Okay, so, you know, you're going to be done in like 45 minutes tops, right? Like, time is money, quite literally. So, you know. So it was really frustrating. I mean, she came to work with me and my coworker, and it was great. It was fine, you know. Mind you, we are much more relaxed than my boss. My boss is very... She stresses me out. She stresses my coworker out, I think. Like, you know, I mean, and she's worked with her for years. So, like, it's not us. And it's no shade to my boss. It's just, those are the facts. She is a lot. Like, she is intense. So it was just really frustrating that she came to work with us and it was fine. And then, you know, the day that she has to come in with my boss, she calls in sick. Like, that was annoying. I was very annoyed. And Fridays are generally when... No, it wasn't a Friday. It was like a Wednesday. Wednesdays are when we do, like, our bigger houses. Like I'm talking like the 5-bathroom fucking houses. Like, yeah. So it was annoying. When we do the bigger houses, it's really nice to have a 3-man crew, let me tell you. Average houses are great with 2 people. It's fine. But the great big Jesus fucking houses are, you know, yeah, it's a lot. So, you know, and I'd said to my boss yesterday? Not yesterday. Today's Sunday. So Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday that I kind of cornered her and asked her how she felt I was doing, because it's been a while since I've gotten any feedback. And, you know, I wanted feedback. I felt that my speed was getting better. But I wanted to know how she felt about it, right? And she said, yeah, depending on the house, which, yes, because bigger houses with more fucking bathrooms take more time. You know, so I get that. And I knew that. But that was all she said. Like, I didn't get any where you need to improve and, you know, where you can stop focusing and start focusing on something else that is still sort of lacking, or, you know what, like actual useful feedback. I didn't get any of that. And this goes to the communication fucking sucks. So I think it was Friday. She came to me and said, there was a soap dish on one of the bathroom counters that was nucky. And some other knick-knacky thing that was dusty. And she said, you know, I would be wiping all that down. I was like, okay, well, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know I was supposed to be wiping down soap dishes and shit. Like, okie dokie, I'll start doing that. And then she's like, oh, and so she's like, so this goes back to our conversation on Thursday about your time and everything. She goes, well, now that, you know, and now your time's going to go back down again. And I was like, okay, well, like, unless I have to scrub knickknacks, it's really not that deep. It's a damp cloth, wipe it down, move on. Like, you know, she keeps saying we're not, you know, we're cleaners, we're not maids. Well, okay, but like, what is your idea of a maid? Like, what is paying too much attention to something, and what is being sloppy in your opinion? Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, a maid service would make beds, do laundry, wipe down knickknacks, you know, organize things, stuff like that. Now, I know we don't do laundry. We do not make beds. Okay. But there is a customer in particular who does expect us when we're there to go switch her laundry, and we have made her fucking bed. Like, and I mean, like put fresh sheets on and made the fucking bed. Like, so, you know, is it certain things for certain customers, or is it just a blanket thing? Because to me, that would be a blanket thing. Like, now she had this customer has breathing issues, but okay, fine. So get a PSW. A PSW does shit like that. I'm not a PSW. I'm making $15 an hour, not 18 to 30. You know, so like I said, the communication is just sorely lacking in my opinion, and it's frustrating as fuck. So I spoke to my coworker about it because, you know, I was frustrated. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm just going to start ignoring that shit. Like, you want the soap dishes and whatever wiped down, that's fine. I will take the damp rag and I will wipe them down super quick. I'm not shining them. I'm not buffing nothing. I will give it a quick wipe down and move the fuck on. Like, you know, I'd also said to my boss, you know, on the Thursday or whenever the fuck it was, that, you know, we're talking about speed and accuracy and all that kind of shit. And I said, well, you know, I said, I get it. I understand that. And that's all well and good. I said, just kind of feeling for more information, and said something along the lines of, you know, not everybody can do this job. Like, it's not a job meant for everybody. Like, there's attention to detail, and then there's overdoing, and I don't know where the line is with her, right? Because it seems to change based on the customer. And I don't know who pays for how much time and what they're paying, and like, I have no fucking clue. So again, communication, right? Like, fucking no. So I was kind of thinking she would go somewhere when I made the comment of not everybody is made to do the job. Like, whatever job they're hired for, right? It doesn't necessarily only pertain to cleaning. Any fucking job, right? You go in and you get trained and you do the best you can, and maybe it works out and you're great. Maybe it doesn't work out. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, I got nothing from that. There was nothing. She just dropped it. I was like, and like, am I cut out? Do you feel, I mean, as somebody who's been doing this for 17 years or so, am I cut out for this? Am I, you know, do you feel like at some point I will be fully trained? And what is fully trained, right? which is the other thing that I learned. Fully trained in my situation would be getting all the bathrooms and the kitchen done. Well, I didn't fucking know that. Like, I thought my main job was the bathrooms, and if I got done before anybody happened to get to the kitchen, then I did it. And that's what I did, right? I'd go through and do all the bathrooms, and then, on my way to the kitchen, be like, anything in the kitchen that needs to be done, right? And she would either say, yes, this needs to be done, or no, the kitchen's done. I'm like, all right, pack up my shit. Is there anything I can do to help anybody out? At that point, they always say no. So I'm like, all right, fine. I grab everything that's not being used anymore, and I start loading up the van and restocking my bucket, right? Like, I didn't fucking know. And she's like, yeah, to be fully trained, you should be able to do all the bathrooms and the kitchen. I was like, okay, well, there's a goal. Cool. I will work toward that, right? I didn't fucking know that. I've been doing this for like 5 fucking months. I didn't fucking know that. So it's just, like, let me know. Let me know where I need to improve, what's fine, and stop focusing, what I need to start focusing on, and what my goals should be. Because I don't fucking know. So frustrating. And I'll tell you, the only reason I'm staying, because like I said, I like the physical aspect of the work. I love to be physically active, right? I would rather go home absolutely physically exhausted than do something that a monkey could do and go home mentally exhausted. That would fucking drive me crazy. That would literally drive me to drink. Holy fuck. So, but the only reason that I'm sticking with this really is, well, I absolutely adore my coworker. She is fabulous. And I'm really, really, really hoping that if my boss is going to start this second crew business, that she just lets me and my coworker go do our shit. Because we work, I feel, and I think she feels, very, very well together. And she does tell me if there's something that I need to improve on, or if I have forgotten something, because it happens to all of us, right? She will let me know. She will communicate with me. Whereas my boss really doesn't. She just goes and does whatever I've forgotten, or fixes what I didn't do well enough in her opinion, and doesn't say anything until, 2 or 3 months go by, and I come up and I go, so how am I doing? Which I think shows a lot of initiative on my fucking part. Because no, I don't like this job. No, it's not something I want to be doing. It is nothing but a paycheck for me. That's it. That's all it is. Having said that, I want to do the best damn job I can. I believe in taking pride in your work. I think it makes it a lot easier to swallow the rest of the bullshit. I did that. I did that to the best that I could, and I earned my fucking paycheck. That's how I look at it. So I want feedback. I want, if you need to take me back into a bathroom and say, this is what you missed, fix that. Okay, fine. I will fix that. No problem. I'm a visual person and I'm a doer. Telling me means nothing. I mean, it just, my brain doesn't work that way. A lot of things go in one ear and out the other. I don't learn that way. I don't learn by being spoken to. I learn by being shown and then doing. And I told her that when she hired me. So, I think I frustrate the shit out of her as much as she frustrates the shit out of me. The difference is that I talk to her about it. She doesn't say a fucking word. Because I also told her at my interview, you will always know where I'm coming from. You will know how I feel. You will know you will always know what's going on in my brain, because I'll fucking tell you. Like, I'm frustrated all the fuck, and this is why. Help me. help me fix it, or let's just go our separate ways and call it a fucking day. Like, it's fine. We obviously, we don't mesh, or I don't mesh with the job, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's all good. I don't take it personally. I would be upset because I would be out of work, yes, but it's nothing personal. It's business. I don't want to fuck with somebody else's business, and I don't want to waste somebody's time, and I don't want somebody to waste my fucking time. Like, I would miss the hours of this job because the hours are fucking awesome. I've never had a job where I could be at home at night, or I could be home on weekends or on holidays. Like, I've never had that ever in my working life. So that is really fucking exciting to me. It's great that I can be home to make dinner for my kids and fuck around with them in the evening, or on weekends to spend time with them, or whatever, take Boo Boo to work. And I don't have Monkey on the weekends generally, but if I decide in the summer or something that I want to have a beach day and I want to take Monkey, I can call up his dad or his stepmom and be like, this is what I'm doing. You can have him next weekend. Like, and they're generally cool with that. So, and I've never been able to do that before. So I would really like, for that reason, for this job to work out, but I just don't know. And she won't communicate anything to me. It's frustrating as fuck. It's like, I'm very upfront and honest with you. I don't know why you can't do the same. Like, no doubt. I mean, I'm all for constructive criticism and critique and whatever. And yes, it can be annoying, and you kind of go, but once you mull it over and everything, it's like, usually it's like, yeah, I totally see where you're coming from. I get that. That doesn't mean that your knee-jerk reaction isn't going to be like, fuck. Like, we're all human. But I don't know. It just frustrates the shit out of me, And I don't know if it would frustrate me as much if I liked the job, or if I was doing better at the job. Like, I don't know. And I find it very hard sometimes to differentiate whether my issues are in my head, like if it's my own fault, like my own, because I do tend to sabotage myself, right? By thinking, oh, I'm no good at this, and I'm just holding them back, and blah, 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 blah. And I am my own worst critic. I think that's true of most of us. I'm very critical of myself, and in all aspects of my life, right? I should be able to work full time and keep my house up and cut my lawn every 5 days, and keep up with Monkey's school stuff and whatever, right? Like, I should be Wonder Woman. I should be able to do fucking everything. And that's just not the case. That's not realistic, right? But so, yeah, I don't know if it's me putting too much on myself, or I don't know. It could be, 50-50 of everything, right? It's just... And being frustrated tends to end in rage, right? Like, I just get so angry when I'm frustrated. I fucking hate it. And it's exhausting, and it's draining, and it's stupid, and it's pointless. It doesn't serve to better anything. So, nah. Fuck. I gotta check the time here. I got about 15 or 20 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. But I do very much enjoy my coworker. She's very chill. but she's about getting the job done, and getting it done right. It's not like, everything's playtime and whatever. I mean, we were able, I feel, to do a healthy mix of both, which is nice. I don't know. It's just, it's a lot in my head, and I don't like it. I need to kind of ignore that a little bit and just do the best I can and for as long as I can. And if she cans me, she cans me, like whatever. But I may have to sit down with my coworker and just be like, what do you think? Because I and I've told my boss before, I share too much. I almost value my coworker's opinion more than hers, because she doesn't really have a dog in the fight, right? She doesn't pay me. She doesn't have to reprimand me. She, it doesn't affect her. But I don't know. And she's much better at if you ask her a direct question, she will answer you. Do you know what I mean? And she doesn't really pussyfoot. She doesn't fuck around. Like, if I said to her, if I showed her a room that I did and said, okay, what do I need to improve on this room? She would tell me. And she would say, this is where you seem to be strong, and this is where you seem to be needing to focus a little bit more on. And I would appreciate that, I mean, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Like, a little direction would be nice. I don't know. I feel rambly. I don't know if any of that makes sense or not, but that's, I don't know. Anywho, I'm going to boot because I need to head out and go get Monkey. And start some laundry and pick up Boo Boo around 6. And going to make a spaghetti dinner tonight, because it's fast and it's tasty and we all love it. So I will go and get all that done. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Anybody who happens to be watching, take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.